What's up and good evening, everybody? What's up? It's Mike Watson, most epic art, aka most epic person in comics. I am the publisher of Freestyle Comics, along with being the lead creative. Wonderful to be back again on the show this week. This is episode 228. Sunday night, I did a special episode. I'm doing commissions on Sundays, commissions from our Kickstarters. So I will be drawing those commissions and working on hot shot pages as well on Sundays for an additional episode of Chat and Draw. Lots of art to catch up on, and we're trying to get Hot Shot number 12 done and in the books. So we move on to that 13th issue and wrap up this current story arc. Updates with FSK. We out here. What else can I say? We got the 5-star Kickstarter going right now at fskgo.com. Go over there and go make a pledge or make a share. We are over our goal, but we have 6 days left, and we are trying to get as many funds as possible over in the Kickstarter. We got some amazing covers done by Ryan Robinson, Mike Watson. Also, Ren McKenzie lent his talents to our covers on this one. We got some good joints on there. We got the 5-star kicks, which are called the Kevin Terrys. They go up to size 11. We got some awesome t-shirts and merch on this campaign at fskgo.com. Be sure to check that out. And then we'll have Green Zone Book 2 and 3 coming in December. If you backed the Green Zone Kickstarter, the Emerald Quest 1, 2, and 3 Kickstarter, the Vigilance number 4 Kickstarter, all those rewards have been shipped. If you filled out your surveys, we are currently still working on commissions for those to get those out, but everything else has been shipped if you have filled out your surveys. FSK Prime Day is coming, and we're going to be revealing more about that, what that is, and why you want to be involved in it. We'll be dropping a brand new title on that day. No Kickstarter, no pre-orders. We're dropping a book that day. You order it that day. We ship it that day. That's why it's called FSK Prime Day. Well, it's not Prime. We're still working on the title. We're still working on the kinks. I don't want to get sued by Amazon, but we'll figure it out. But let me go ahead and bring up my awesome co-host. She was not here with us last week because she is an awesome person. Her friend was sick, and she was taking care of them because that's what she be, because she got a good heart and she cool peeps. So let's bring out the queen, Megan.
Wakanda forever.
What's up? She's ready. She is ready.
So ready, okay? And I'm actually going to be in a different version of this ensemble because, you know, we got to do the all white, honey. But I decided to bring back the first edition Queen Ramonda from Black Panther edition. So, hey, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm here for it. I love the energy. I love the energy every day, all day. That's what's up. I know I'm very excited about going to go see this movie. I know we're going to talk about it here in a little bit. We're trying to get our man Paige in. He's having some login issues.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully this works. Sorry, emailing him. How was your week? Is your friend better?
My friend is good. All is good in the hood. And I'm just excited for Wakanda Forever now. Now I'm focused on the next thing. I'm on this Wakanda Forever kick, and I'm just like, I know there's going to be tears. I know that's going to happen. Mm-hmm. So I'm prepared. I will have a little hanky there. But hopefully the tears are in the beginning and I can just get it out and then we can just move forward and enjoy the rest of the movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If whoever's watching in the chat, go ahead. Hold on. So far we got people watching on Facebook. We got people watching on Twitch, and we got people watching on YouTube. If anybody knows of Danny J. Quick, go ahead and tag them and let them know your boy is rocking the Ace Blade cap live on the show today. You know what I'm saying? You know, the gray and purple joint. But, you know, I love my indies. We support them. We out here. So
absolutely.
I'm glad your friend's doing better, and I'm glad you're excited about Wakanda Forever. I'm glad you're back. We missed you last week, so it's good to have you back in here with us.
I missed y'all too.
All right, we're gonna get this show started because I got this one's a big crossover. Actually, let's get it cracking right now. Let me go ahead and copy this link. Look, what up, fish? Bam, right there. Boom, boom, boom. You're probably like, well, what is that link? Well, I'm about to tell you. Actually, let's bring up the gentleman that knows all about that link. He can probably explain to you better than I can.
Bring him out.
Here comes a new challenger.
Chill. I think it's time for me to save the day.
Mr. Marvin Wynn, how you doing, sir? Can you hear us, Marvin?
Yeah, did it freeze? It looked like it froze me.
Oh, okay. All right, well, we're live, we're good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Up here in Comics Burgh, not Pittsburgh, by the way. It's Comics Burgh. No, I've renamed it.
I love
The whole entire city, the bridges and everything belong to Comics Burgh now.
Hey, that's what you got to do when you rebrand to something. You take it completely over.
Just take over.
I love it. Marvin has been in comics for a long time. He has his comic The Edge, and that you're what 12 issues on that?
So with all our finagling and blah 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 around, we're back at issue 5. But so at current count, we finished 18 issues. So I mean, we gotta get back on the ground, because like a lot of the rigmarole and nonsense that is going on has stopped our progress, but we're going to get back there.
All right, awesome. Well, hey, the thing about being an indie is perseverance and not stopping.
Right.
I definitely can appreciate that for sure. I think we got Paige in here as well. Paige, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. All right. So we got Paige and Marvin. Marvin, we're gonna let you go ahead and go first. Tell everybody about yourself, where you're from, and your studio and stuff.
Right. So as previously said, I am from Pittsburgh, but like I said, we're previously renamed Comics Burgh. I've been in
Take your hand. Come here.
publishing
Let me show you
comic
something.
books
Your hand.
for about
One last.
since
Slide
like
it.
2007-ish or so.
Mm-hmm.
So the book is The Edge.
Are you on?
The story behind The Edge is that we have a drug in the open that can give you superpowers, but can either kill you or drive you insane.
Mhm.
So the more you use the powers, the more it corrupts you. The more it corrupts you, the more you want to use the powers.
Okay.
So it's kind of that they catch-22 and the consequences of those powers.
All right.
Along the way, the team will start to branch out, meeting up with other independent heroes and villains, which brings us to C.H.E.S.S.
All right. Cool, Baines. Hold up, I'm getting my reference ready here for the
He's
drawing.
going on a journey somewhere.
Paige on a journey. Paige.
Yeah, give me a second.
Oh, okay. We'll give you a second.
So I can keep talking.
Oh yeah, perfect.
So I mean, everything that we're doing here is about looking at the way how these powers could work in a real setting, and that the way we feel it is that the powers aren't controllable. It's not a muscle memory. It's not something you can remember to use. Like when you're looking at other superheroes, their powers work when they want them to work.
Right.
And for The Edge, the powers sometimes don't work. So, and each power has a consequence. So one of our characters has ability to create a shield around himself, similar to the Invisible Woman, but there's no oxygen in that inside of that shield. So if he's breathing, he's burning up all the oxygen in there, which means he can't keep the shield up forever. Mm-hmm. Or it doesn't protect him from the elements. So if he's in a room where it's on fire, he's going to feel the heat. If he's in a room that's cold, he's going to feel that cold, because there's no installation. It's not a building. So that's one of the things that we like to do, is like to play with the powers and say, what would be the weakness of something like this? And then how would it hamper the ability for the character to use it?
Okay.
Yeah, well, we just want to make it fun, and saying that you just can't go out and shoot laser beams out of your ass forever and not have any consequences. We have a character like that burns her irises out because of using eye beams. Yeah.
I like this. This is totally different, because usually you see the gift or the power and there's no consequence. So I really like this, Marvin. Right. Good job on
so
that.
It's like how does your body adjust to shooting fire out of it?
Right.
Like you can't be impervious or can't get hurt by fire, even if you're creating it. It's still going to burn you.
Right.
And then we have another character. She has powers similar to Kitty Pryde, where she can phase through things. And when she's phasing through and her foot gets stuck because her powers turn off in the wall.
Ooh,
so they have to amputate the foot.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
Okay.
So when you see in the book people using these powers, just know that something's bad's about to happen to them.
He said, just know something bad is about to happen to. So how long do the powers last from taking the drug?
So in the way that works is that most of them don't know they've been dosed, and they don't know that there's a time limit. So it could be shorter or longer depending on how the powers are used. So our one character, Chaos, uses his powers a lot because he doesn't care. So he's infected, but then he keeps using the powers because he doesn't care. So it's getting worse. So I kind of think of it like he has a disease, like he has cancer or he's diabetic, and eventually he's going to have to dose himself with the drug to stymie off with what's happening. So there's no set time limit. So we play in those areas there where we can say that, oh, this character doesn't use their power that much, so they'll last longer than another one who's using it every day. So it comes to he probably has to use his powers just to keep his powers in check. So then he doesn't have a choice but to use the power, and then it's just going to speed up the process.
Damn, catch-22 for you.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I mean that's all it's going to be, is that those powers have consequences. The only way you're going to stop it is to stop using them. Like it's like a drug, right?
Yeah.
The only way you can get off a drug is stop using it.
Right, and there's a withdrawal process. So that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so Paige, go ahead and introduce yourself, your studio, and your property and stuff. Now that we got you.
Yeah, how you doing? My name's Alfred Paige. I'm from Page One Comics. My comic book is called C.H.E.S.S, Command Headquarters of Espionage and Strategic Strikes, which is owed to the 90s comic books, teen comic books. You know, my team is a personal espionage stealth strike team. Been doing it for a couple of years. Actually, me and Marvin started out in the same studio back in the years with our comic books, and yeah, this would be at now.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be back in the America Online days.
Yeah. And we always talked about the year, even when we first started, we talked about bringing the two teams together. So it's good that we got a chance to do it now.
That's awesome. So that's how you all actually met, though?
Yeah, we met in the studio years ago, and he had the Edge, I had C.H.E.S.S, and
wow,
they're similar but different at the same time. So it was like, it'd be cool to bring these teams together at some point down the line, and this is the point that we're doing it now.
That's awesome.
Right. So the whole entire thing is that we, like, everyone in the love the 90s, and it's what you want to bring back is that fun of comic books in the 90s. Is you don't want to be heavy. Like, the book has a lot of heavy themes, but you don't want to be heavy-handed with the themes. And you want to have a message, but you don't want to beat people over the head with that message. You don't want to say that learn your lesson, and keep hitting people with the head over it. You want them to embrace what the characters are feeling, and then say, "Oh man, that character shouldn't have done that." And then sometimes the characters will when you're writing it, you realize the characters are understanding that maybe what I just did wasn't the right way to do this, and now the consequences of my actions is what's going to doom me, and not just outside of the things that I've done. And now people are going to come for me because I did these things.
That's really interesting. And Paige, are you in Comics Burgh as well, or are you somewhere else?
No, I'm with Page One Comics. I'm also associated with Second Sight, and that's what C.H.E.S.S is at this point.
But it's in Pittsburgh though as well.
Oh no, I'm in Tampa. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you got down there with the good weather. I'm about to put my blanket on. Just cosplay.
We're not in the weather right now. We got a hurricane going on.
Yeah, a hurricane coming through.
Yeah.
Y'all stay safe out there.
Yeah.
Brad Arney, number one supporter. Brad Arney, number one supporter of indie books, is very excited about this book. Says sounds interesting. J Man's in the chat. Welcome, J Man. Fish is here.
Man,
Ryan, what's good?
Well, we want to make sure that we bring the audience from the Edge and C.H.E.S.S into this, because it's going to be an important chapter in both stories. So there's going to be, I mean, I remember back in the day when Image did jump ahead books where they jumped ahead from like issue 10 to issue 25. This is going to be something like that as far as the Edge goes, because the story is not at that point of the Edge. So we're going to work up to where this story starts off in the Edge itself. So you'll have that break point where it'll be like, oh, these characters now going off and doing this thing now.
Yeah. And we'll also be introducing some new characters that could be seen in either title, called the Phantom. So look out for that too.
Right.
Okay.
So I mean, it's all about bringing new people in, introducing new characters, and then pushing them off and doing their own things.
Yeah.
So if there's someone out there who's just now getting introduced to your comics, do they need to start at the beginning, or can they start at the crossover, or what would you suggest?
I would suggest get Edge 1, get C.H.E.S.S 1, get familiar with the characters, because the crossover just picks up. We don't do a backstory for each title. It just picks up with the action that's going on.
All right.
But what do they always do in the 90s before they do something like this? You do a source book. Yeah. So you do a character source book, you do trading cards or something like that, just to give someone an idea of who these people are and where else you can find them at. So, I mean, we want to try to get both sides of the audience. We want to get those new people and people who are familiar with the both properties.
Okay. So what's going on in this story? What can you tell us about the issues?
Well, we're going to be introducing a new team called the Phantoms. And the story's going to start off with the leader of the Phantoms, a gentleman by the name of Bradley Mantle, gets caught by the Edge. And then he's going to get transferred to a new jail, and the Edge is going to be his security. The C.H.E.S.S team wants to get to this gentleman, Mr. Mantle, and that's where the crossover comes in at. The C.H.E.S.S team's trying to get to him, the Edge team trying to protect him, and he has his own team, the Phantoms, trying to break him out.
Oh, wow. Sounds like a lot of action.
There's going to be a lot of action. You get to see
a
lot
of the standard 90s crossover where people meet, they fight, and then they team up.
But I don't know if they're going to team up. That's yet to be determined.
It's always, I mean, whether for good or for bad, it's going to be a team up. Like it's like, oh, well, we can't take them by ourselves, so let's team up for this moment. But when we're done, we're going to finish up what we were talking about.
Yeah, but it's definitely, like you said, it's a love to the 90s comic books that we grew up on. Wildcats, X-Men, and those type of comic books when they combine with each other, and that's what we want to do. We want to have some fun with our titles, and we're excited to bring this comic book out.
Right. So speaking of Wildcats, I got this today.
Yeah.
I was kind of laughing about it because they changed. It was covert action teams, right? Now it's the Crisis Aversion Tactical Squad, right? So they're crisis aversion, right? So they're trying to avert a crisis. But then further on in the book, there's an ad for a Dark Crisis, Infinity Earth event. I'm like, so are they averting this crisis? Like that it's like really bad timing on calling something and having an ad for that in the book. I'm like, I'm trying to think they would have thought of that, and they probably didn't think of it at all when they called it like, wait a minute, we got a crisis coming. This is a crisis aversion team. Yeah, we should have changed that.
And it probably sucks because the post-production team is probably the person to put that together. Yeah, and they were like, we need these ads in all the books this month. Don't matter if it makes sense or not. Right. Did anybody read the book?
The PR team.
Yeah. Oh wait. No, Jake. But so whoever's in charge of that dropped the ball, because I'm sure the writer probably picked that issue up and was like, what the fuck? What is y'all doing?
Right. What is this smack dab in the middle?
Yeah, y'all messed up my routine.
So that's why it's good when you're working in the comic is that like we wear all the hats. So we are the writers, the creators, we're the artists, we're the colorists, we're the promoters, we're publishers, we're the editors, we do logistics, we do it all. Like right now, I've got like my whole entire living room filled with books as I'm fulfilling my Kickstarter.
Yeah,
and I think I got in 2 days like 10 boxes of books.
Oh wow.
I was so excited when we got that many books for our last Kickstarter until I had to ship them.
Right.
Yep.
That's the problem I'm having right now is that I've got everything out on the table. I got everything out on the table, and then I have like a sheet taped to the wall with everyone's addresses.
Mm-hmm.
But then I made a good decision.
A lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Right, but I made my best purchase of this whole thing is this laser printer. It doesn't use ink.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, so I'm not using any ink. I just buy labels, and I just go and go creating labels. Like I think if I would have did this with a regular printer, I probably would have went like through at least 6 ink cartridges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is my number one thing, and I'm gonna pat it right now because it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I think I know the joint you're talking about. I got that thermal printer as well, or at least one of those. They are amazing.
Yeah, it just makes things so much easier, and it's already like even before I've printed out the stuff, just printing stuff sales from the website is already paid for itself.
That's awesome. Good return on your investment.
Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, as a independent creator and publisher, I mean, you have to be able to do that. You have to be able to find ways to save money on any kind of thing. You have to be able to sign something off and say that, all right, so I bought this new thing and it works well. How much does it cost? How much money is my ROI on it? Can I make money off of it? Yes. If not, then I probably don't buy it.
That part.
Yeah. So, Mr. Watson, you're familiar with Edge and C.H.E.S.S. So, what characters did you pick out tonight for your drawing?
Oh, I know exactly what I picked out. It's up to y'all to figure out as we go. I mean, that's my.
I can tell. It looks like Footpath in the front, but I'm trying to see who else you got going on.
Oh, I'm about to work on the background. Don't. It's coming. It's coming back.
Yeah,
he's impatient.
And the fun part about a project like this is, the Edge and C.H.E.S.S has two different approaches how they come about the action. So that's what we want to play with.
Right.
Being that the Edge is the in-your-face team and C.H.E.S.S is the stealth team. So you definitely want to play those two aspects. That's what makes this project really fun.
Right, because most of the characters on the strike team don't give a damn, so they're just going to go and blow something up, and just like there's actually a scene in the second issue where they're going into a warehouse, and instead of just open the door, they just blow the door off and just make all the noise they can, and don't care who's going to show up and talk about it. It's haphazard, but it's functional right now and gets the job done. But eventually, somebody, like I said before, someone's going to call and asking questions about those tactics.
Yeah, over the years, Mike Watson always called me the crossover guy because I'm always looking to put some characters together.
All was about. Like everybody crossed over with everybody. And they're back. They're doing it again. You're doing Spawn Batman, right? That happened back in the 90s before, so then you're doing it again. It's okay. Crossovers are awesome.
That's the fun part about these projects. I did outline, that Marvin approved, and we moved on from there. And it's a lot of fun watching the pages come in. The artwork's looking fantastic. We did some covers, and I'm very excited to bring this project to Zoop.
And there's always more to come.
Be amongst the greats.
I mean, you're not going to stop there, and you're just going to see how far it can go, and just make sure that we bring everybody along on the ride. It's a roller coaster, so I mean, we want to make sure that everybody gets money's worth on the ride, and that you're satisfied at the end of the ride. So we're going to take you up and down, we're going to turn you upside down, flip you inside out, whatever you got to do to make it exciting. Like nobody just wants to ride a roller coaster that goes up a hill and goes down and it's over with, right?
Right.
It's boring.
Good. So, Mr. Watson, tell us about your new co-host here.
Oh, this is a Mayu. She's awesome. We actually met at the Urban Nerd Con, and she was, which is funny because I can't remember the exact. What's the name of the podcast you were on?
I was guesting on Grumpy Old Nerds,
and they are a bunch of grumpy ass old nerds. They were up there arguing and bickering and zinging each other, and Amayu was just in there right with it. didn't budge, didn't falter, giving it right back to them as good as they was giving. And I was like, she's dope. I need to talk to her about being on the show.
Yeah. And I had a good time on there as well. I like guesting. I like, talking to folks and everything. So I'm just so chilly. That's why I got my blanket on. And as you can probably tell, I do a little bit of cosplaying. So that's why I'm in my Queen Ramonda get up right now. I got to have my all white joint for the premiere this weekend. So.
Black Panther.
Is there anything else going on this weekend, honey? If it is, it will be overshadowed by Wakanda Forever.
I've got tickets for Saturday and Sunday, and I'm taking my whole family on Sunday, so I bought 15 tickets.
Oh wow!
Wow!
Big family.
We took a whole row in the theater. We do this we did it for the first one for first Black Panther. So let's just run it back. If I could, I'd just buy the whole theater.
I know that's right. Hello, Marcus. I met him at Urban Nerd Con as well, too.
What up, Marcus?
Oh, yeah.
It's Marcus.
Okay, so y'all got to tell me, is anyone else going to be in there all white? Let me know. Are we participating or not?
So my cousin
all white
asked me about wearing all white, and she was like, "I don't have anything white." I said, "I got some white socks."
No. Okay, so that is a no.
Well, I mean, I think I
don't know all white, but we're gonna be there in heavy support though.
Hey, that's what matters. That green, that's what's mattering.
I'm not dressing up in all white. It's not happening. Look, I'd be lucky that I'm going there. All right, because I don't leave my house barely. The movie has to be of high caliber and excitement for me to go, or else I just stream that. That's why I got all these streaming apps.
That's true.
I'll have.
You got to see this one. You got to experience this one in the movie theater.
Okay.
That's the only way to go.
Period.
Especially a movie theater with a bar. So.
Especially with the bar, I don't understand that, but I don't drink, so.
How are you going to miss out on hearing him say "no more"?
Whew, I'm getting chill bumps thinking about it. Look, y'all. Look, can y'all see my chill bumps? I'm excited. Okay, let me.
I just can't wait until I can get that clip. My enemies call me no more.
Well, yeah, I'm very excited about that film. So I want to put it on record right now.
Put it on.
I have to do a wild theory out there, because, and I know they probably could be saying this to throw us off, because Ryan Coogler and all the main cast has said no one has got it right who Black Panther is, even though every single piece of evidence is pointing to Shuri, every single evidence that we've gotten, but the actors and Ryan Coogler have said no one has got it right on who the Black Panther is. So right now, on this show live, I'm going to put my wild theory out there.
I want to hear it.
Now, we don't know how much time has passed, but we know it's definitely after the blip. We don't know where they're at, what time they're in right now in this Black Panther film. I am going to say Nakia and T'Challa had a baby. And whatever timeline that we're in, or whatever year, she is old enough to be the next Black Panther, and she takes over the mantle for her father. That is my wild guess out there.
I can't go with it. I personally think the girl.
What'd you say?
The lead girl that's on Walking Dead. The lead girl that was on Walking Dead. Yeah.
Well, okay.
I think either Sherry or her.
From what I heard, there's going to be more than one. There's going to be more than one Black Panther, is what I heard.
And that could be true as well.
All questions will be answered.
I like that theory,
at the movie theater.
You know what I was thinking? Because Nakia, she has the longer hair in this one too. And I know that, we be doing extensions and stuff like that. But if that is any indication of the time past, that could have something to do with it. So I like your theory. I don't think it's right, but I like it.
Right. I mean, I think the actors are saying that because they still want people to be on the edge of their seat. They still want people guessing. I mean, I'm pretty damn sure it's Shuri, but in the off chance it is not, I'm claiming it's T'Challa's kid.
I think it will be Shuri, but I think it will be Shuri for a period of time. I don't think she's making it out of this movie alive, according to what Angela Bassett's character said. Y'all
what?
Yeah, she
what
said
did Angela Bassett's character say?
She said, "I am queen of the most powerful nation in the world, and my entire family is gone." And what else did she say at the end? Something about
what more do I have to pay?
Yeah, something like, so I'm like, if her whole family is gone, that includes Shuri. So I don't. They're gonna have me crying throughout this whole movie. I'm gonna have two hankies, I guess. Because
I mean, that technically could be a flashback because remember Shuri was dusted.
Oh, Marvin with the geek recall. Thank you. That could be a flashback. I like that. Marcus,
yeah, I'm anxious to find out.
Look, Marcus, I'm not saying that I don't want it to be Shuri. I personally don't care as long as it works with the narrative. I'm just saying that the cast said no one has got it right. Ryan Coogler, the man who directed the movie, said no one has got it right. I'm throwing a wild theory out there. If it hits, Marvel pay me. If not, it's okay. I'm still going to the movie. I'm still about to enjoy it.
You'll get that no prize in the mail.
That's it.
All right. While we're taking a moment to pause, Mike, you want to go ahead and do that commercial real quick?
Yes, I do. This is Chat and Draw, y'all. Watching it live. We are a proud network channel called Agents of Geekdom, and we're actually going to play a commercial from one of our many shows that run on this channel. Let's check out what we have. The Geeks Council, another show that I'm a part of. They play on Sunday. They play games live while chatting about the hottest geek topics, and sometimes it breaks out into a full-blown argumental discussion. It's fun times as we play Destiny, Call of Duty, or any of the hottest games that we all own that don't cost a lot of money. Be sure to check them out.
You got you. I see the graphics game is on point there, Mr. Watson. I like that.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to keep up. You know, presentation counts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So,
do we want to talk about my fantasy husband and why he's so happy, Jason Momoa?
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about Jason Momoa.
What happened?
So you guys all know James Gunn and some other guy, because I don't care about the other guy, was announced as head of DC.
Other guy.
All I care about is James Gunn is the creative lead for DC film, comics, and animation. I love it. Absolutely do. Jason Momoa put up a video on TikTok just going crazy happy, saying he is super happy with James Gunn taking over. His dream role is about to come true under this new leadership. He can't say what it is, but he's super happy and ecstatic about it. I've never seen Jason Momoa this happy. What possible roles could Jason Momoa be happy about under the
Lobo?
DC? My man Paige. That's what I'm saying.
Hey.
That's what I thought.
J-Man said Lobo too.
But they already announced that, though. They already said he's going to be playing Lobo in the next Superman movie.
When?
I read that earlier today.
Oh, today.
I did not see that. Somebody send me that link.
I missed it. Yeah, send it to us, please.
Somebody send us the link.
It's on Facebook earlier.
Momoa is Lobo in a Superman movie.
Okay, wait. How does that work when he's already Aquaman? Like, what?
Hopefully.
I don't know. Well, I know he'll have a lot of face makeup on and stuff like that. So,
but
that Aquaman needs to be redone
this plays back into the problems you have with these and their inability to cast right. He should have never been.
He should not have.
From the start.
It
should have been Lobo, and him being Aquaman is just awkward to me.
You know, I didn't see Aquaman, so I can't make no comment on that one.
I thoroughly enjoyed the visuals of Aquaman, and I'm just gonna say that. That's all.
So here's the funny one. I was watching.
That's the visuals. All right.
I was watching a clip on TikTok or something, and somebody was outside the theater, and they asked someone after seeing Black Adam, said, "Did you like the movie?" She goes, "Well, it was a movie," and then she walked away.
See, Black Adam was okay. I mean, it was all right.
I mean, yeah, it's okay for a DC
not the
movie.
best. Wasn't. I don't know.
Dang, you're the only one that liked it, Mike.
Hey, that is okay.
Nah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. I mean, I think the slow-mo is a little too much for me, but it wasn't bad at all.
Also, I didn't say the film was perfect. I said it was entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all DC needs to worry about is being entertaining.
That's it. I mean,
it was nice to see
the
bright
DC
colors
movies,
in the DC
Black
movie.
Adam's one of the best. So it was better than Justice League. So
which Justice League?
all the Justice League. What do you mean? What Justice League? What Justice League are you talking about?
No, the Snyder cut or the theatrical cut.
I mean, both of them.
Nope. I'm not going to let you do that.
They were both. The correct answer is they were both equally awful.
Yeah, Justice League. The Snyder cut didn't improve it.
The one was 4 hours of terrible. The other one was only 2 hours of terrible.
That's it.
Wow. Hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion. We're not here to discuss opinions on things that are in the mainstream. I personally enjoyed the Snyder cut much better than that Joss Whedon crap, but to each their own.
I mean,
if you watched 4 hours of it, you had to like something about it.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah,
Hey, that is a very valid point. If I stuck in for all 4 hours of that film, I had to like something about it.
I watched it remote in the hand.
And you stayed up?
Huh?
You stayed up, Mr. Watson? You stayed up for it? I think you fell asleep in the first hour and woke up later or something like that.
Let's clear something up. Michael Watson is a movie kid. I love movies. I don't care if they're from DC, Marvel. I don't care if they're I love movies. I watch movies. If your story can entertain me, take me to your world, I'm there. I'm bought in. And I'm also, and I could have bias because I'm also a supporter of Zack Snyder because I felt he was done wrong due to the loss of his daughter. And I feel like Warner Brothers played him. And all I wanted to do was I wanted him to get his shot to finish up the movie the way he intended. So I was more so happy with that, and it gave me enjoyment.
My thoughts on.
I'll take that.
I always thought that with the story he wanted to tell, they should have handed him the authority, because that story was Midnighter and Apollo's story.
Oh, that's a very good call, Marvin.
I think that they would have done that movie would have made bank, because these were two characters you'd have done anything you wanted with without anybody screaming and hollering about it, and he could have put his own spin on it, and it would have been amazing.
I like that call. That's a good pick. But when I watched the movie, I always thought that Snyder really wanted to just direct Batman movie, and he got stuck with Justice League.
Right. I mean, but you think about it, like he did Watchmen, and the perfect segue from Watchmen would have been the authority.
Yeah, I never would have thought about that, but you're right. I agree with you.
Yeah, and I think that someone at Warner made the wrong call giving him Superman.
J-Man agrees with you. He says Snyder cut filled the void and plot holes, but then added more of its own.
Yeah, it definitely did that.
So what do you think about the Rebel Moon movie? What are your thoughts on that?
Which one?
Rebel Moon.
Rebel.
Well, I
That's
don't know
Snyder's
which one it
next
is.
project for Netflix.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm a fan of Netflix.
Yeah.
Rebel Moon.
Anything they
Yeah,
put on
so
there, I'm
it's-
gonna watch.
Do you remember an old movie called Battle Beyond the Stars?
No.
It was like the Magnificent Seven in space, where there's the guys are attacking this planet, and one of the guys on the planet goes out and gets all these other like people to help. It's pretty much that.
Is this an animation or a regular movie?
No, it's live action, and it's I think he's filming like parts 1 and 2 back to back.
Yeah.
I think it was a Star Wars script that he pitched, and they turned it down, so he just took it and would make his own movie.
Hey, I'm fine with that. One
Way to
of
do it.
the things I like to do besides chatting and drawing is drawing and throwing movies on. Don't care what they are, bad or good. I just love watching. I'm just entertained by films and Netflix. I think there's something for everybody on Netflix.
Yeah.
So you tell me a Zack Snyder movie's coming out on Netflix, direct release.
Yeah. Right.
I'm there, day one release.
Right. Oh, he did the zombie one in the casino. I mean, that was a movie.
That was decent. But I want to know.
What?
I want to know more.
Yeah, Army of the Dead.
What movie is that?
Army of the Dead.
He got me definitely asking questions about that one. I want to know more.
Right.
He left a lot of Easter eggs in there that has you coming up with theories. Did you watch the prequel movie to that?
Yes.
Yes.
I enjoyed that more than the Army of the
Yeah,
Dead.
I thought the prequel was a lot. It seemed like it was more put together than the other movie. The Army of the Dead, I think like it had too many ideas, and if he doesn't get to finish it up on it, I think people will be more upset about that part. But it had a zombie tiger page, so you should watch it.
Hey, that zombie tiger. Look, man, when that tiger killed that dude, I said, I never ever want to go out in life like that. That was just. I just imagined what is he thinking while he's being mauled by a zombie tiger. It was like a cat playing with a ball of yarn. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Ragdoll.
Yeah. But
Zombie Tiger.
Yeah.
oh, it looked good. It looked real good.
Yeah. So yeah, Battle Band is a Corman film, but it's just a remake of Magnificent Seven or Seven Samurai or Seven Gladiators or any of those other movies where a bunch of people team up to go and defend a town or something like that. But only it's a planet, and they're going to get help. But that I mean it's the same story. I mean I have an idea of where it's going to go, but he did get Ray Fisher is in that movie, so I mean his career's not over yet.
That's what's up.
Funny enough, Mr. Watson, that character you're drawing there, Mr. Blaine from Marvin's The Edge group. I've been a fan of his characters for years, and that's one of my favorite characters right there.
Dude.
And we actually do explain later in the book why his hair is like that, and it doesn't ever move.
Every time I pick up and see Marvin's book, this is the character I'm always drawn to. Every single time.
Every single time. Blaine's the one.
So I knew when you asked me to do this, I knew I was drawing him for sure. So
Nice.
that was without a shadow of doubt.
Yeah.
J-Man just to mention that the original crappy Fantastic Four movie was also a Corman film.
Yes. I mean, Roger Corman was that guy in the 80s. Like if you saw his name on something, you could stop and watch it. It wasn't going to be good, but you were going to be entertained for the whole entire movie because he has some really out there ideas.
Mike, do you know how many episodes we're up to now?
228.
There it is, right there.
128.
That Fantastic Four movie was made, so it was almost the same situation as the Batgirl movie didn't get done. So the movie was created to keep the rights. So with the studio, they had it's Constantine Film. So they made the movie to keep the rights away from Marvel, and then destroyed all the copies of it. But some did get out onto VHS because the movie was made not to ever be shown to anyone. Just like the Batgirl movie was made, and then they destroyed it because they didn't want anyone to see it.
Wow.
But you probably go like through history of movies, and you'll find a bunch of situations where a movie was made to never be seen.
Yeah.
Somebody just use it as a tax write-off.
Right. J-Man is plugging himself, letting you know that he's been on from 1 to 228, most epic. So,
All right, J-Man.
I did late this time. I didn't notice that, J-Man.
It's on it.
J-Man is a part of this show so much that Fish was in the chat earlier and said, "Where is J-Man at?"
Yeah.
Yeah. The cool thing about J-Man is, me and J-Man met each other during the pandemic when the show first started. He was taking care of his mom. She had gotten sick. He was taking care of his mom, and she was sleeping, and he wanted something to watch. He's been, stuck at home for weeks, and my show popped up on his feed, and he just started watching it and chimed in like, "Hey man, I'm at home chilling with my mom. She's sick, but she's doing good or whatnot, better." And he has been watching our show for every single episode. He has not missed one.
All right. Good J-Man on credit. That's some good stuff.
Right.
So, Mike, are you doing GalaxyCon next year?
Yes.
Okay. We were looking at that one to see if that was viable. How was it this year?
GalaxyCon?
Yeah.
It's in December. It's December 2nd.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah.
But I have done a GalaxyCon show earlier in the year. I love them. GalaxyCon shows are great. I think they are a perfect blend of what a mainstream comic book convention should be. They have the right balance of comic book artists. They have the right balance of voice actors with actual actors. They're, I don't know how to say it. Like they're very youthful. They're fun. Like they're about the culture. So they don't just believe in the celebrities and getting celebrities to get people there, but they also respect comic books and stuff. So it was a great show.
Cool. So
where is GalaxyCon?
They go all over. They got like 20 shows a year, so they go to different shows. Their last show this year is in Columbus, Ohio, December 2nd through the 4th.
Yeah, Akron last weekend was good. Was really good. That was a Saturday Sunday show, and we did really well there.
Awesome. I haven't been to Akron Con. I want to go to Akron Con. I'm trying to get to more shows that I don't go to normally. But it's so much to pack up and get ready for these shows now.
Right. And it's I think it's a little over an hour and a half away from Pittsburgh, so it's a quick hitter for us.
Yeah, that's perfect driving distance.
Right.
I'm looking to expand some more shows next year too as well.
Mm-hmm. Where are you thinking?
That's when I got the Florida region.
That's
come over there by Marvin or something.
It looked like C2E2.
All right. So what else do we have in the news today popping? We talked about Jason Momoa. We talked about the Black Panther.
Carlos Pacheco.
Oh, shout out to Carlos Pacheco. I apologize if I pronounce his name wrong. I've always pronounced his name wrong. But he is a phenomenal artist that did work for Marvel and DC. I was a big fan of his work. His was crazy.
Some of the best X-Men comic books there was.
Yeah.
He's up there with Andy Kubert. Yep, that's right.
My man. But he passed away today, and that sucks. That sucks a lot. Comics has lost another great artist. Carlos's work was phenomenal.
Yeah. You have by him?
His X-Men.
He actually changed the character of Marrow for X-Men and really gave her the final look. I mean, he was an awesome artist.
Yeah, I love how he drew Marrow. I didn't like anybody else's Marrow, but I love his.
That's it. He made Marrow a lead character on those X-Men team. It's awesome. So artwork is crazy.
Right.
His Bishop is crazy. It's nuts. So.
So, have you guys watched any of the other mini shows and movies that have come out on streaming? What has been your favorite so far?
On
Bunch of shows.
Yeah.
I was liking Andor, and I like Lord of the Rings. I've never watched any of the Lord of the Rings movies, but I
Mhm.
like the show. And I'm
I
not
watch it.
books,
Yeah.
so I don't care about that. So I'm just enjoy what it is.
I'm just checking out Andor now. So,
Yeah, Andor is good.
did you see the last episode of Andor, Marvin?
No, I haven't watched this week's episode yet.
Oh, I won't say nothing then.
I just started Andor today. Finally got into it. I knew Andor was going to be a show I could not watch week to week because I'm impatient. I need to give me a nice bunch of episodes in a hole. I like to control how I watch the shows, not the network telling me when to watch it.
All right.
What
So
about
you
you?
gonna
Man?
binge watch the whole season?
No, I have this thing. So I work from home. So whenever I go in the kitchen to make lunch or cook myself breakfast and anything like that, I have what's called a kitchen show. So when I get in the kitchen, I turn so I don't have to worry about finding something or looking or guessing what I want to watch. I already know what it is. I cut it on, and while I'm cooking, and then sit and eat, I watch the show. And I go back to my office and work. So my kitchen show now is Andor.
Okay.
Then what's that? The Acolyte show looks like I like the plot of that show.
What I don't
show is
know
that?
anything about that show. What's the plot?
Star Wars Acolyte. So it takes place 100 years before the Phantom Menace, and there's a former Padawan who joins up with her former Jedi Master to hunt down or figure out. Like I think it's a murder mystery show about the growing Sith in the galaxy. So there's a growing dark side in the galaxy, and they're investigating where it's coming from.
Oh wow!
I like how that's
And what's the name of this show?
Acolyte.
I didn't
Yeah,
see that.
that's was Amanda Steinberg. Steinberg. Yeah. She's
And
the lead.
that's on Disney as well.
They just start filming it. It's her and Carrie. I think Carrie Ann Moss is her Jedi Master.
Oh my God! Are you stop?
I'm here for this.
Stop right now! Did you just say my girl Trinity?
Yeah.
The Jedi Master?
Yeah, I think she is. She just got cast in the show, and I don't think there's anybody else on that cast list who could be a Jedi Master but her.
Wow.
I'm done. Give me Trinity with a lightsaber.
Do they have a projected release date for that?
I would say probably late next year.
Okay.
You've got so much other stuff in the middle of that. You've got Ironheart, you've got Vision, you got Wonder Man. There's so much stuff and there's that other Star Wars. I forget the name of the other one where it's like they said it's like the Goonies, like it's a coming of age Star Wars show.
Oh, okay.
With the Runaways or something like that.
Wow, that sounds nice.
Look, man, I don't know how you can be a geek and not be happy.
Jay noticed that out of all of your sketches on the show, this one is by far the most muscular. Just wanted to let you.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you see my reference here, my man is he's in the gym. He's in the gym.
Working out.
Working out.
Did you want to talk about Morbius?
Oh yeah. So, Danny Cooper, editor-in-chief of Freestyle Comics, my brother, he's got this theory running that nowhere on official Marvel, on official MCU pages, have they announced or talked about Deadpool 3 and Logan being in it, which several people have gone to all their sites and they can't find one posting in support or saying that this was the thing that's happening. But everybody is running wild with it, specifically Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. Danny has a theory that that Hugh and Ryan are just doing this to force Marvel's hand to do this movie this way, in the same way that Ryan.
They said that already. They said Ryan Reynolds wanted to do this movie, and he's trying to push the pressure on them.
Who's giving you information?
Paige knows it all. Right? You got to get him on the news site.
Right.
On the site. Yeah, they said that.
I thought Kevin Feige confirmed it.
I didn't see it anywhere, and then it's been a few weeks since they've.
Yeah.
It's been almost a month since they made that announcement. But I haven't seen Feige endorse it or anything.
So I want to answer J-Man's question real quick. He says, "There's the acolyte before the rule of two of the Sith." Whose rule is that?
What's up?
The rule of two for the Sith. Like there can only be two, a master and an apprentice. Whose rule is that?
I don't know whose rule that is. Yoda said it once in one of the movies.
Right, that's Yoda's rule. Whose rule is that? Because if you remember the Old Republic, they had massive amounts of dark side users. So, but who are the Sith? I mean, they in the lore of Star Wars, in the movies, not in any other thing else. They've never even explained who the Sith are. And according to the old books, the Sith were a planet. There's people on a planet who worship the dark side, and they were alien. So how do they tie into the Emperor and Vader and all that stuff? They just like killed them all and took their name. Who knows?
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's old lore. So that's old stuff. So that even account in with everything that Disney said is canon.
Right. I like how you broke that down, Marvin. Either way, I'm very interested. I'm very interested in seeing where they go with it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think that they found their comfort zone with the TV show. So, and I know they've got like 6 movies on the docket. I don't think that X-Wing movie is happening. I think that what's her name, Patty Jenkins' stars has smashed into the ground after Wonder Woman 84.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that she hasn't done a thing since that movie, and they pulled her off of Cleopatra.
So Wonder Woman 84 is probably the most horrible DC movie that was made.
Let's hold up, Paige. Let's really look at the DC roster. Wonder Woman 84 is the most horrible one.
Come on, Mike. That second Wonder Woman movie was that's really bad.
That first
I think
movie is really bad.
And you know what made it so bad? The first Wonder Woman movie is pretty good.
I will give
Wonder Woman was good.
I think what happened with Wonder Woman 84 is that they were kind of high. Warner was kind of high off of the first Wonder Woman, and they gave Patty Jenkins full reign to do whatever she wanted. And the first thing she did was say Wonder Woman doesn't use a sword. She's not violent. And then everything went down from there.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. I don't know what that was. I couldn't even get through the whole movie.
Patty Jenkins said Wonder Woman does not use a sword. She's not violent.
Yep. She said she's a lover, not a fighter.
Wonder Woman is the most violent person in Justice League.
Yeah, exactly.
She chooses. If you gave Wonder Woman the choice of Wonder Woman, do you want to throw hands or would you like to eat this macaroni and cheese? I would like to throw hands, sir, because I am Amazon and I like to punch things in the face. Wonder Woman likes violence.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Is like you went once you make that decision, it's downhill from there. I think that I would probably put the success of Wonder Woman more on Jeff Johns than I would Patty Jenkins. I think Jeff Johns he either ghost read or ghost directed some of that movie because you can see by her having free reign in that second movie, her ideas weren't very good.
The costume designs, everything is just off.
Dude, I mean, once you get to the point where you're swinging by lasso on lightning, and then all right, that's enough. And then she accidentally finds out she can fly, even though she flew at the end of the last movie.
She did. All right.
Yeah.
So you might be it might be in the running for the worst one, but
I don't know. You still got Green Lantern in the running.
I mean,
what's
the worst movie to you, Mr. Watson?
Huh?
I didn't see Green Lantern, so I can't speak on that one.
Well, see, and I hate it saying it, but my favorite version of Wonder Woman has been when Zack Snyder directs her. She has the dopest scene when she goes into the bank robbery. I mean, or the when they try to mass murder all the people in the bank.
Mhm.
That is the dopest scene in the movie when she goes. I said, "Oh my god, that was incredible!" Her movement.
I think my two favorite scenes is in the first movie, The No Man's Land, and then Batman vs Superman when Doomsday punches her and she lands on the ground and rubs the blood off her face and starts smiling.
Yeah.
So that just tells you what she's like a warrior. That's what happens to a warrior. Like I haven't got hit like that in a while. Let's go.
Yeah.
The selling point that Gal Gadot is a great Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
They could do something with her in their character.
Right.
That's a good.
Well, I mean, she's got the physicality down because she's a model, so she knows how to emote with her body, and that's what Wonder Woman should be emoting with her body and not just saying a lot of things or having a lot of things to say about anything. She's a warrior. She's like, all right, let's go punch stuff. No, I want to talk about it. Let's just go.
I mean, I wish she would have
back.
shakes and got her weight up just a little bit, but I'll allow it though.
Well, Gal Gadot. Well,
What's that?
Not that she has to, she has to impress me, but I wasn't for Gal Gadot at first. I wanted Gina Carano to be Wonder Woman. I wanted somebody with the physical size and presence. And plus, I've seen Gina Carano in movies. She's a beast. In any act, she can go toe to toe with any man in an action scene. Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, I was wrong. Gal Gadot held it down. She does a very good Wonder Woman.
I don't think Gina would have done a good acting job as Wonder Woman. Probably she did the action part pretty good, but the acting part, I'm not too sure.
And I hear you on that. I had doubts on that myself, but I'll give you an example of, and you'll probably backfire it on me, which you'll have a very good reason to. But a good director can pull a great acting performance out of just about anybody. Because I can't stand John Cena as an actor. He's trash. he's basic popcorn actor. That's it. Comedy. That's all he can do. I never was impressed with him. He was terrible in Fast and Furious, and then he was in James Gunn's Suicide Squad, and I believed every word he said. Mm-hmm. If you seen that,
I didn't see that, but I know Fast and Furious sucked. So
absolutely, go watch James Gunn's Suicide Squad. The scene towards the end of the movie that is a pinnacle scene in the film with John Cena. His acting goes beyond anything I've ever seen him do. He's very believable. The emotional parts hit. So to me, if somebody is willing to do the work, they can pull that acting out of them. And Gina Carano is very much so willing to do the work.
Right. He's really good on Peacemaker. Really good on that.
Yeah, he is.
If you saw Peacemaker, yeah.
I never saw Peacemaker, so I gotta check.
But to go back to Fast and Furious real quick, when you say that John Cena is a terrible actor, I mean, I think that's a movie series about being terrible actors.
See, and
hey,
I don't. I think Fast and Furious
would be really good.
No, Fast and Furious was good to that last movie. It is
that last movie. I don't know
in Hollywood.
I don't know.
I mean, like
what direction or who wanted to go that direction, but it was hard.
That's your boy Diesel. That's all his brainchild.
He's got too much control. Vin Diesel has too much control. It
was just the scene where you can tell.
It's like the Avengers now. It don't make no sense.
It's like
right, but you can tell he's still upset about the thing with The Rock in that movie.
Wait a minute.
Because he's got like the same when he's got superhuman strength. He's like picking up like 3 or 4 people at once and throwing them around like they don't weigh anything. I'm like, come on, dude. You still mad at The Rock?
Yeah.
You're still mad. Stop being mad, dude.
He's trying to outdo The Rock in every film he does. But let me back it up a second. Paige, did you just say the Avengers movies don't make no sense?
No, I said the Fast and Furious movies are damn near up there with the Avengers with the stuff they're doing. It's supposed to be about cars. It's not about.
Okay. Woo. I was about to kick you off the show, Paige. I know it's not about personal opinions, but we was about to lose one on that one.
Yeah, Well, I mean, and the funny part about it is that the Tyrese character even says it in the movie that they're invincible. I'm like,
That's-
you're
Marvin, you're dropping jewels tonight because
Yeah.
that's the part that made me hate the movie. I am an avid Fast and Furious fan. I will stand up to it for anybody. But when Tyrese walked into the kill box, and I know it's the kill box because Rhodey told me what the kill box was in Iron Man, and he had a War Machine suit on. Tyrese didn't have no damn War Machine suit on, and he had 47 people shoot at him from all directions, and he did not get shot once, and he killed them all with one clip from an AK-47. Man, I was so mad when that happened. I said, there's no amount of family saying you could have said that would have got you through that situation, Tyrese.
but it's all about the family.
It was too much.
Yeah, unless Fast and Furious goes back to street cars and racing and the things that
It's too late for that. Once you got to the fifth movie and they were dragging the safe down the street, all bets were off with those movies. You just know it was just going to get like it became like you know how the Mission Impossible every Mission Impossible movie has an amazing set piece where Tom Cruise has to do something impossible that no one else can do but him. Every movie. That's what these movies have become. They're trying to one up. And the same thing happened with James Bond, where they're trying to one up. Something happened in those Mission Impossible movies, like, oh, Tom Cruise is going into space now, so now someone has to go into space in these movies, which they do in Fast and Furious.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
in space, in the car.
In the car.
That's what they're trying to do is one up something else, and if you remember. And what was the Hobbs and Shaw? Remember, Idris Elba's character had superhuman strength. So what did Vin Diesel have in Fast 9? He had superhuman strength. That's all they're doing. Everybody's trying to one up each other instead of trying to tell a good story. They're like, oh, we're going to go to space in this car. It doesn't make sense, but who cares? No one cares. Or which one was it where they had the 60-mile long runway?
That was 4.
No, it's like the one that Gal Gadot died. Like they're on this runway for like an hour. Like how long is this runway? What's going on? Like it's not even believable. They don't even care if it's believable or not.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Ever since The Rock came on that movie set, him and Vin Diesel have been in competition because everybody loves The Rock. And Vin, you can't blame him. He's fucking magical. I love The Rock. But once The Rock left, I mean, you guys know that Vin Diesel, what's the other dude's name? Jason Statham, and The Rock all have clauses in their contract where they can never be beat on scene.
Yeah,
it's in the Fast and Furious movie. They started that clause. Every fight that they're in has to end in a tie. If one person gets punched, they have to be able to punch them back. It has to be a deadlock even fight with any 3 of them on scene. So you get that in there. That's way too much. Yes, absolutely. You get that in there, and that's way too much ego. And so when The Rock leaves, and he does this movie with Jason Statham, and I thought the movie was fun. It's not a good movie, but it's fun. And I like what they did with Idris Elba. But when The Rock started doing the most ridiculous shit ever in this film, and all I could think was, did he really just take a chain that's attached to a Apache helicopter and pull it down? Pull down the chain that's attached to the helicopter that's in motion and tied it to a tow truck that is driving down the road. Did The Rock do that without steroids or injections or mutant powers? That's what he did. They did all types of ridiculous stuff. And so when Fast Furious 9 comes, Vin Diesel sees this movie and he says, I have to outdo The Rock in every single scene that he just did in this movie because The Rock is trying to take my franchise. I won't let The Rock take my franchise from me.
Right, and I mean, and that's the problem in these movies is that they're letting their egos trump the story.
Yeah.
So even if the story says that it's 1995 and these things don't exist, Rock is going to say put it in the movie anyway because it exists to me. It has to be in my movie. So I mean, and I think that's going to be the problem going forward. Like when I don't understand why he spoiled the Superman scene in Black Adam. Why would you do that? That and it kind of backfired.
So what are you saying that he did what? Yeah, what the Superman scene?
He spoiled it on social media.
And of course I'm not in the offices with these people, but I feel like The Rock had to do that because he has been talking about this movie for so long and building up the hype, and he is trying to have a certain amount of control with inside the DC regimen. And for him saying and spoiling that he's in there and we are definitely going to have a Shazam versus Superman movie, he had to put that out there so people would go see it. He had to put that out there.
But I mean, you should be able to sell the movie on its own merits. Like you're saying is you're telling me as a consumer, this movie doesn't matter. The next one matters.
That's exactly what he's saying.
Yeah. So why should I go watch? Why should I watch it?
But he's still trying to get you to go see that movie so he can get to the movie we can get to the movie that he really wants to make.
Right.
Which is, I mean, you're putting the cart before the horse, and you don't even have a horse.
Hey, I definitely agree with you. I'm a little torn though because he got my man Henry Cavill back in the cape.
Well, yeah. I want him. Like I don't think it was his fault. The Superman, that Man of Steel wasn't good. I think he was the best part of it. The Superman was the best part of that. But putting him in a better movie, and he'll blow up. I think I've liked Henry Cavill since Immortals, and I think that he needs a break. But I think that his problem with Hollywood is that he's a nerd and they don't like it. He goes on YouTube and builds computers. They don't like that. That's not tough.
I just wanted to read J-Man's comment real quick. He said they were thinking about cross-branding Fast and the Furious meets Jurassic Park. Pure hot.
They made that movie. Vin Diesel would punch a dinosaur and knock it out conscious.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Outrace the T-Rex. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he'll have to run the T-Rex down in his car, and then he'll jump off of it, jump onto it, and tackle it to the ground.
Hey, Vin Diesel. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he wants to be The Rock.
Yeah. I mean, but think of it
not
like this. So
The Rock, but he wants to be in The Rock situation.
Right. I mean, but his thing is that I don't think he really wants to even do these Fast and Furious. I think everything he does in Fast and Furious is so they can do another Riddick movie. That's all he's doing. Is like he's building up his credits so they can do another.
Hey, not even Riddick. He's doing a triple X.
Yeah. Well, no, he owns
He's doing the triple X.
No, Marvin's right. It is Riddick. He owns the rights to Riddick now.
I want to see this Riddick movie.
He did. I forgot what he did. He made a deal with Paramount that ended with him having the rights to Riddick, so he can do whatever he wants with that movie. He wants Riddick to be his big franchise.
I want it.
Is he doing another Riddick movie though?
Yeah. It's supposed to be called Furia. The next one where he actually goes to Furia.
Really?
Yeah.
I
want 2 or something like that.
Darn it!
She said, "I want that movie."
He had me at Pitch Black. Okay? I'm just gonna be honest. He had me at Pitch Black. The Voice, I was sold after that. Okay.
Right. I mean, but again, this is his ego taking over. Like Pitch Black, it was subtle. It was to the point. Then you got the Chronicles of Riddick, and now he's a damn superhero flying around the galaxy, destroying whole armies. And then he becomes the leader of the army. I'm like, come on, man. What are we watching here?
Mm-hmm.
And then that movie was so big and so expensive, and they couldn't afford to do it again. So it goes right back to the Riddick movie. It's right back to being the straightforward to the point kind of. It should have been all like that, straight to the point, and not this big giant galaxy of everything going on. And you're just what did they say at the beginning? When you need to fight evil, you have to fight it with another kind of evil. Like, what does that mean? That sounds silly. He's stealing spaceships and breaking into prisons and breaking out of prisons. Like, did you see the uncut version of Chronicles of Riddick?
No, I didn't know there was an uncut.
No, there was one.
I didn't even know there was an uncut.
Right. So in the uncut version, it's called the power. He has a power called the power of Furia. So if you remember the scene in the movie when they were trying to get off the planet before the sun came up, scene where he gets shot and they goes falling everywhere. There was that scene they cut where there's a ghost of Furia that puts a mark on his chest, and it glows, and then he shoots out in power. And the guy he was talking to in the hangar was a Furian too, because he had the same mark on his chest. They cut all that out.
No, I'm glad you did.
Yeah, the uncut version is better. The uncut version is better of Riddick.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I had to look for it.
Right.
I didn't know there was an uncut version. Get out.
Well, it probably is on the DVD.
I think it's on the on one of the sets that has both versions on it.
See, you got to get the DVD.
Yeah, it's. I think it's on Amazon, but I think you have to. It's a pay to watch one.
Of course it is.
Vin Diesel wants his money.
He's got to get his money so he can beat The Rock again. You got to beat The Rock in the movie.
Yeah, and see, and then
Yeah. Oh, he's not going to beat Black Adam right now, though.
honestly, who wouldn't want The Rock's career? The Rock has been in several bad movies, but The Rock has not been bad in those movies.
No.
He's a very entertaining person. He's funny. I mean, he's just good. So who wouldn't want to be in his position? And I just think Vin did not realize what he was inviting to the Fast and Furious franchise when he let The Rock in, because The Rock steals every scene.
Yeah, facts.
Right. I mean, he
called. Oh my God.
I think he was more in the mode of trying to steal Rock's clout and trying to use him to bring his audience to them, and again it backfired on him.
Right. When he called The Rock a boy, I knew. I mean, when The Rock called Vin Diesel a boy, I knew that shit stung. I don't care if they were acting or not. The Rock and also that movie is the last movie where Dwayne Johnson actually acts, because he's The Rock and everything else after that.
Right.
So when he called Vin Diesel boy, I was dying. I was like, Vin.
And he should have said it the way that Kratos says it to his son on God of War. Boy.
Yeah. I was like, Vin, you let this man come to your movie franchise and call you a boy? I would have took that off the script. That's not coming to the screen. No, it's not.
What? I don't remember that part, but
I remember it clearly. It's the
then when he
scene
said
with
something
The Rock.
He said something about Tyrese's forehead too.
And that was freestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that part.
So you were saying before about how they have it in their contracts that they can't get beat on film.
Yeah.
Did you notice that in Hobbs and Shaw that most of the scenes that Jason Statham was always a couple of steps ahead of The Rock walking to make him look like he was the same height?
Nah, I did not notice that.
Like these guys got real bad syndromes in Hollywood about their status. There was one, if you recall, when Bruce Willis was going bald in Die Hard with a Vengeance, they only filmed him from here.
Wow.
No.
Watch the movie. They only filmed him from right here when in close-ups.
And what you want? You're not the one Samuel L. Jackson, are you?
Yep. But watch the movie again and watch the close-ups. They always film him from right here at the top of his forehead.
Only on the close-ups, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He should have. He was going.
I gotta look at that.
That's hilarious, man. Because they need to get over that. Jason Statham is still a better fighter than The Rock. The Rock is not a real fighter. Jason Statham, you're dope in real life. What does it matter if this dude is taller than you? The fact that he's taller than you and you can still hang is a plus.
Right.
But that, like I said, that's the egos. These guys' egos are immense. Like it's like, how can you have when you're on the set? How can you and your ego be on the set at the same time and take up the same space? Like, a lot of these guys, they're not like, and this is why people love Keanu Reeves, because he's humble.
I love him.
Man, Keanu Reeves is super.
Love
cool.
who? Who's that?
Keanu
Reeves.
He doesn't have an ego. He doesn't have an ego problem like these other actors do. He's willing to share it.
How y'all feel about the rumor about him coming to Marvel?
I wouldn't mind that, but
As
as
the rumor Marvel playing Gambit.
I mean, I know he was. I know he wanted. I think he wanted to play Ghost Rider, and I don't know
Yeah, he
if
wants to play Ghost Rider.
if they handed him that part or not. But I mean, it could be interesting. I know they're doing a sequel to Constantine, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm excited about.
I really don't. I like him a lot, but I really don't see him fitting in the Marvel universe as far as that franchise, any of the characters.
He's a perfect Ghost Rider. What do you mean?
That's me. What happened?
Keanu Reeves would be a perfect Ghost Rider.
You think so?
Which Ghost Rider?
I can't see it right now.
Damn.
I mean, it's got to be better than Nicolas Cage, right?
Yeah.
Nick Cage, I love him.
No, absolutely.
I don't know.
And
I can't see it. Maybe because
we're coming up on an hour and a half, and that's normally cut the show. This piece was a bit bigger than what I normally do on the show. I had 2 characters add to it that I finished inking, so this may get finished up a little later on, but actually I don't want to keep everybody for the night. I know we have our time limits, and I got my own here, but I'll finish up the inks on this and deliver it to you gentlemen. But how do you like it so far?
Looking good.
All right. Well, let's get your link back in here.
By the way, J-Man said Danny Ketch.
Okay.
Danny Ketch. All right, everybody. I need you guys to go over to this link, click it, share it, find a level that you like and pledge to it so we can make this happen. This looks like a very, very serious crossover. All right. Things are going to go boom. Things are going to go bang. There's going to be punching, kicking, all types of stuff going on here, and you guys need to check this out. C.H.E.S.S and the Edge crossover. They meet the Phantoms in the series. Marvin, where can everybody find you at?
All right, you can find me on Facebook at The Edge, on Instagram at The Edge, and on Twitter at Marvin Wynn, also at theedgecomic.com.
Awesome. Paige, where can everybody find you at? You're on mute, Paige.
We can't hear you, Paige.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Paige. I think you're on mute still.
We lost your sound, Paige.
We cannot hear you. Speak up. He's looking for something. I mean,
No.
I don't think.
Paige is on Facebook. He's on the Instagram and stuff. Look up The Edge and go find her at Page 1 Comics as well. Amayu, where can everybody find you?
You can always find me on the gram at Amayu82. It does not say Queen Ramonda like it says down below today. And also on YouTube at Amayu1. That's all.
Awesome. And I'm Mike Watson, aka Most Epic. You can find me as Most Epic Art on all social media. You can hit up our comics and merch at fsknow.com. And you can find all our current Kickstarters, aka 5-star number 1 and 2, on fskgo.com. Please also be sure to hit up our YouTube and our Twitch channel for Agents of Geekdom. Subscribe, like, and follow. Like I said, we have over 8 podcast shows on that channel. We have a different podcast every day of the week, sometimes twice a day. So be sure to check us out and all that good jazz. Be sure to go hit this link up for the Phantoms. This crossover is going to be hot. You guys need to be sure to check that out. I want to thank the chat for hanging out with us during this episode of Chat and Draw. We'll be back next week. Well, I'll be back on Sunday because I'll be drawing on Sunday. I think I'm going to be drawing one of the Emerald Quest commissions, turning the characters into an Emerald Quest character. So that's going to be all fun and dandy. And I will check you later. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We will see you next time.
I think that I should ask Mr. Watson. I think that I should ask Mr. Watson.